Manchester City 1 or 2 problems, but that fella Haaland, he's scored 7 goals in 5 days, and they've come in 1 hour and 47 minutes for football.
And he's got 41 goals. 41.
41.
Let that sink in. 41 goals.
This is ridiculous.
It is March, though.
It's phenomenal. He's just a beast at what he does. He's so hungry to put the ball in the back of the net. It's an obsession of his, and he loves doing what he's doing. And you can see the joy he's getting out of it. He's almost, with this form he's in, he's almost impossible to stop. I mean, Burnley did really well for 32 minutes. They pressed high. They were the team that were creating the chances. Man City really didn't create anything up until then. That one chance, that one opportunity that he had, and he puts it in the back of the net, and all of a sudden the match changes.
Which is what great strikers do.
Absolutely. That's all you need.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't at their best, Manchester City. Burnley played really well and bravely.
Yeah,
to say, but Haaland's been the difference, I suppose.
That is, you asked me before, how do you mark him?
Yeah.
When you've got the service behind you, it's at times impossible. Burnley are trying to engage and go really high, but they're leaving all the space for Haaland. I know what they're trying to do, but if you switch off for just a second, Man City punish it, and he was a difference.
The only problem is that if you try and man mark him, he's quick, he's strong.
Spin you.
He'll turn him in behind. If you put Tone in, then you're leaving a space for someone else. And with the ability that they've got around him, they're a very, very difficult team to stop.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at Haaland's 2 goals. Start with the first one, which was through ball.
Well, Micah mentioned beforehand about his link-up play maybe could improve, but as a centre forward, you've got to stop. If you can't win the ball, a part of your job is to stop the centre half getting a full clearance on it, and he did that. So the ball then falls kindly for Alvarez, and I think this is a ball for Mahrez rather than for Haaland. But his speed, that's what gets him away from the defender.
His first thought as well is to spin and get towards the goal every time. I don't understand why more strikers don't do that.
You can see him pointing the way. As I said, I'm not sure it's for him. It doesn't matter. He gets on the end of it. He's the one that wants it, and he's too quick. And it's a really, really clever finish.
Yeah. Well, as we know, just under 3 minutes later, he added a second.
It's ridiculous what I'm seeing with Haaland. I mean, De Bruyne, we've talked about him getting in these little pockets, but Conor Roberts gets so tight, and then you become in a race with Haaland. And this is the Haaland of Dortmund, with the space in behind. We know what Burnley was trying to do in terms of engaging, but if you switch off like he did there, and you know you're going to get the quality in, timing of the run, and it's just brilliant. The composure of the finish as well, just to guide it into that far corner.
I suppose it comes with the confidence of having scored 40 goals in the rest of
Well, you know what? He's got 41 at the minute.
Yeah.
There possibly could be another 19 games that Man City play in. So
Dixie Dean's record,
63
60 league goals plus 3 FA Cup goals, 63 back in 27, 28.
Wow. What's it like to score?
How many did you get in that season?
I was in the reserves at that point.
Oh, was you? What's it like, though, as strikers, to be in this sort of form?
God knows.
40 goals. It's ridiculous.
The feeling of
lovely.
Not hoping to score when you go out on a football pitch, knowing you're going to score. At times he makes it look ridiculously easy, which, of course, it isn't, because I've said it on many occasions, if you're looking to build from scratch the perfect centre forward to score you goals, look at him. He's it. Incredible.
Yeah, he is. He does everything right. You know, when I watched a lot of centre forwards play, and their movement, by and large, is waiting to see where the ball goes. He charges at space and hopes the ball goes there. When it does, he's got a really good chance to score goals. And that is what goal scoring is. It's the law of probability. You keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Eventually you get a pass and everyone goes, did nothing all game, but he was in the right place at the right time.
The same run and run.
Same run.
Knowing it's going to come.
Different runs, but constantly going, attacking a space and hoping the ball goes there. It's not intuition. It's nothing to do with that. It's the law of probability.
But it also helps when you've got quality around you, players who can find that way to pass, or that cross like Foden put in on a plate for them.
Yeah, let's give Burnley a bit some credit.
They did well.
They've done themselves justice. They've played some really good football.
For just over half an hour, Gary, you could see their game plan. Their game plan was to try and press as much as they could and not let City settle into the game and dominate possession. And they did it really, really well. They're trying to do that, and they created chances. they were the ones that were more on the front foot. At times, their thinking has been a second or two late, because that pass could have gone in behind. Okay, he chooses to go out to the right hand side. It's a decent effort. It goes out for a corner. But once their final ball or their final pass, if it just could go that split second earlier, then they might cause one or two more problems. But you know what? At this level, you've got to put it in the back of the net, because as we've seen, you get punished, Micah.
I wonder if Haaland was playing for them, that'd be different.
Maybe.
Well, City would not have scored 2 for a start, I suppose.
But what's interesting about them, they kept doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I've watched them a couple of times in the Championship this season, and they dominate possession. And sometimes when they don't have enough possession, like when I was at Man United, could they still do the same things? But today they've continued to do that. They've been punished twice, but they look like a really good side.
They're not going to change. He'll keep trying to do that. That's what his philosophy is all about, and he's going to be doing that for years. So they're not going to change in the second half. What they have to be careful of is what happened here in midweek. Yeah,
which is a humiliating result, but I think they performed pretty admirably.
Yes, absolutely.
We've got a new series of Match of the Day Top 10 for you to enjoy on BBC iPlayer and BBC Sounds. If you've not watched